Hello, I wanted to demonstrate one of Pampered Chef's newest recipes that's in our Season's Best. It's our butter chicken. Pretty easy to do, but it's using our quick cooker, which for the rest of the year is on, rest of 2021 is on special for $129. Or you can get it with the extra accessories, which includes our ceramic pot, and other things for $200, which is $70 off the normal price, and it is a great deal. So to prepare for the butter chicken, I did a few of the things already. I cut up the chicken breast into 1-inch pieces and put some seasonings, some coriander, some smoked paprika, cumin, and turmeric and cayenne pepper in here, along with some plain yogurt. Since I am cutting back on dairy, I used an almond milk yogurt, plain almond milk yogurt, and I mixed it up and put it in the refrigerator for a little bit. They say if you can marinate it for at least 20 minutes, it'll bring out the flavor. If you don't have time, that's okay. So to start the next stage, I am going to turn this onto sear and turn it on. And I am going to melt the butter, which is in there already. I'm going to melt the butter in there, and while the butter is melting, I'm going to chop up get some of the other ingredients that we will be putting in there prepared. It says a half of red onion, so I'm going to use my chopper because it wants it finely diced, and just hit it a few times, and you can see it comes into a nice dice in there. It's probably better than when I used my knife with it. So I'm just going to cut it all up. And if you have family members that really don't like onion, cut it up even smaller because they'll not notice it, although I will tell you my kids always did notice when I put onions in things. But then it asks for 6 cloves of garlic. I've already done some of the garlic, but using our garlic press, don't even have to peel it. You just press it and it comes out. And then you use our little grate tool here to push the rest of it out. I use some pretty big garlic, so there's probably a lot of extra. In my mind, you can never have too much garlic. It's very healthy for you, and so you can never have too much. So I've kind of prepped it already. And then it wants some ground ginger, and this is our new fine grater, and it even has a little protector so we don't lose any of our fingers. And I'm just going to grate this real quickly. And if you're using fresh ginger, it just is going to be healthier for you and just smells so much better. And I can see the nice thing with our new zester is you can just press and it will be even, and I can get the rest of it off. And this is about a 1-inch piece of peeled ginger that I have minced in there, and you can see how easy that is, and I'll be able to throw it in the dishwasher. Now that my butter is almost all melted, I'm going to put in the garlic and the onion and the ginger all in here. So you can imagine how delicious it smells in this kitchen. And let's put the ginger in there. And this is just a little hint if you're ever trying to cook with the quick cooker and you need it to come to pressure a little faster, if you're searing something, it'll heat up just a little bit faster and come to pressure a little faster than if you're starting from something that's cold. It's just a little trick I have learned. So we're just going to cook that for about 3 minutes. And then we will be adding some tomato puree. Now, I, of course, go into my pantry and didn't have any tomato puree. So I checked, and you can do one of two things. You can take a finely crushed tomatoes, which is what I'm using to do that, or you can take tomato paste and do half tomato paste, half water, and mix that up, and that will make a tomato puree. A tomato sauce is a little bit too thin and not the same texture. So crushed tomatoes or half tomato paste and tomato puree, if you water, if you are missing your tomato puree, which I happen to be today. One of those things. So, looks like this is softening pretty well. All right. So, now I'm going to put in the chicken. And hit cancel. Just mix in the chicken. And you definitely want to make sure you don't touch the metal bowl because it is hot. I love when I open the cans that they're not sharp. So I'm going to put in the tomatoes and mix that in. And then we'll mix that up. And add just a teaspoon of sugar. In there, and just a little bit of salt. Salt just gives it that little extra flavoring. And mix this up. And then put the lid on. And we're going to turn this to chicken poultry. And I'm going to put the time to just 5 minutes. Oops. And hit start. And it will go around until it comes to pressure and then cook in about 5 minutes. And when that is all done, I will be putting, instead of heavy cream, I'm doing heavy coconut cream just to keep it a little more dairy free, and I will post some pictures of what it looks like when it's all done.